Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games. Today I'm playing Monster Train. This time on Monster Train we're going to continue down expert challenges. There's only 2 left. We beat Preloaded last time. So this time we're going to do Evil Eyes, which is this one right here. Your units have Permadeath and Heartless, but on the bright side everything has Googly Eyes. So Heartless is bad. Permadeath is bad. The nice thing about Permadeath is it gets rid of train stewards. The bad thing is it gets rid of everything else too. So, we are going to play this with Stygian and Wurmkin, but I have a couple of choices of things we've never done with Stygian Wurmkin. So, I do kind of like my champion being you, because you could actually survive, especially if we gave you phasing. And then the Wurmkin, I'm fine with Fracture. So I guess I'm going to do this. Exiled Stygian, primary Wurmkin. The other option would have been Frozen Lance, Antithis Titan's Bane, and Echo Break. I'm going to do the Fracture. Alright, let's go. As we're going this time, I'm kind of thinking of the things we have not mastered. And I know there's a big egg unit in the Wurmkin that we have not mastered. So we're going up against Seraph the Temperant. That's probably okay. It doesn't make Evil Eyes any worse, necessarily. Crypt Builder, Bounding Echoes, and Titan's Tooth. I kind of like starting with 2 Bounding Echoes. Starting with 3 offering cards is interesting, because that means that we want to have the offering token, or something that discards our hand. We want train stewards to die, but we might not want them to die super fast. Dazed is nice. I like Light's Gift. That means that whatever we put at the top has a much less chance of dying. Let's do that. That might keep an important unit alive. So we did not get phasing. We got Cold Channel and Dire Channel. What do we want of those? Those are weird. I think I've mainly thought that Dire Channel is kind of bad. It just doesn't do enough damage. So I think Cold Channel is really more the way. Also, when we have Permadeath, we don't really want to put things in front of our champion very often. So this one at least we could have the champion die at the bottom or something. And it would be okay. Okay. Not a great start so far. Non-boss enemies have more attack. Oh, I don't think we can take it, is the thing. We do have Foregone Power and Fractures to kill things. But we sort of need Solgard the Martyr to survive to get to the boss. Sort of. Solgard the Martyr doesn't do much to the boss either. I don't know. I'm going to turn it on just because it's the first one, and if we die in the first one, we'll just restart, you know? So, Foregone Power is good at the bottom. A Fracture is good at the bottom. We can play the Train Steward now, have Train Steward start dying. I'm okay with that. I have no idea where I'm going to play Solgard the Martyr just yet. I mean, you kind of want to put her at the bottom because that's where you're going to play most of your spells. But I think I'm going to put Solgard the Martyr in the center. And I don't feel great about it. I think Solgard the Martyr is not going to do great in this battle. We do have a Crypt Builder, which we can make sure that we play if we play Foregone Power at the right time. So a Crypt Builder could go in the center. You are going to get frostbite only because you're taking damage, and we don't want you to take damage, so we're probably going to fracture you. Fracture this one, definitely. Fracture the collector, and then kill this one. It means that this one's there next turn, but, you know, kill this one. We'll kill the ones as we see them. Titan's Tooth is here. We can't guarantee that we play it with foregone power. I want to play the Train Steward, and I want to play a Fracture. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to hope that we discard the Titan's Tooth. We did! Huzzah! Alright, so you're taking some damage. You are most likely to hit my Pyre. We could Crypt Builder you. We could Crypt Builder at the top to make it so that you don't hit my Pyre. But that means that how we're going to take care of you guys. I don't know. Maybe we see if we can prevent Pyre damage this time by playing the Crypt Builder. Don't worry about the Train Steward. So we're going to play Bounding Echoes here. Actually, we need to play the Train Steward if we're playing the Crypt Builder with Offering. We're not going to do that. Crypt Builder, and then Foregone Power. Now then, we are going to do a fair amount to the boss. If we don't play this Train Steward, then there might be a better chance of discarding Titan's Tooth. Oh, how terrible. Alright, let's just play Titan's Tooth. Alright, I think we are perfectly fine. We are going to win with Frostbite. We can't even have a Train Steward die. Okay, well, I think only 2 Train Stewards died and got removed from the deck, but otherwise that went quite well. You can always get Titan's Gratitude. Urchin Spines is also really not too bad. It's not too bad. But do I just want more big spells? I think I do just want more big spells right now. Echo Transfer and it's infused. I feel like I have to take that. I don't know what we're putting it on, but we've got to take it. The Titan Sentry, the main problem with the Titan Sentry is that we'd have to keep it alive because of the permadeath. But we could take it right now and it might just die, but that's fine. Because if we take it and it dies, then we didn't add anything to the deck. It's about the same as skipping. Merchant of Steel with a Stygian unit, or should we go Wurmkin banner with a Merchant of Magic? The Merchant of Magic is much more beneficial overall. So let's go this way. Let's peek in the Merchant of Magic. Keep Stone, Emberstone, Surge Stone. I do really like having a Keep Stone. The Keeper of Echoes is pretty nice. Are we going to actually put it at the top? I don't know. We're gonna take it. And I'm not entirely sure about it. So, Surge Stone could go only on things that we don't want to have consume. Keep Stone can go on so many different things. I normally like playing it on Echo Transfer, but I don't know if we want that this time. Maybe we want it on Titan's Gratitude, with all the offering cards that we have. And we're going to keep Titan's Gratitude for sure. Okay, let's put it on Titan's Gratitude. That means that we really want an Extreme Stone on Titan's Gratitude, which I usually want anyway. Ember Stone. Could put it on one of the offering cards that we want, or we could get more reap more consistently by putting it on a Fracture. I think that I don't want to put it on a crypt builder, so we're going to put it on a fracture. And move on. Our deck is getting kind of better. Spikes 3. I will take it. And the main thing I'm thinking about here is where are we putting the Titan Sentry? Because it's probably gonna die and get removed from the deck. Which is fine and all, but therefore where do we put it? I think we'd still play Soulguard the Martyr. Actually, we could play Soulguard the Martyr at the bottom. No, let's play it in the middle. Because then we can fracture the ones that would deal the most damage anyway. And then we play Titan Sentry at the top. I think we do. If it doesn't survive this battle, then we lose it, and I'm okay with that. We want the Keeper of Echoes at the top. We want to play Echo Transfer on the top with the Keeper of Echoes. We want to play a Fracture here. We can't do all of those things. And we really want to play a Fracture here. Do we just not play the Keeper of Echoes? Seems like a strange thing to do. Let's play the Keeper of Echoes. And then we play the Echo Transfer here. Now, we didn't get the Collector, which is annoying. And then this one made it here and is going to deal damage to you, which is also annoying. Let's play a Fracture. We want to play the Titan's Gratitude here. I'm thinking about whether we want to play a Train Steward in front, so that the Train Steward starts dying in the center. I think I will. And then we will play a Fracture. No, we can't afford the Fracture. Play Titan's Gratitude. And then play a Foregone Power. Okay. The Train Steward dies. You have 6 Frostbite. And things will die at the top. Hopefully not our units. If we could get the Titan's Gratitude to drop the Crypt Builder on the last night of the Disciples, that would be the best, definitely. Play this here. Don't see a reason to play Fracture at the top, so let's do this. Fracture here, Titan's Gratitude, hope to discard Crypt Builder. We did not. How sad. The deadweights really ruined that random discard. You are only taking 11 damage. Partially that's because of the heal. And we should play a Train Steward. We should play the Titan's Gratitude and hope that we don't discard the Foregone Power. How sad. Alright. You guys might die. We'll find out. If they die, they get removed from the deck. We didn't really want that to happen, but if it happens, it happens. Okay, so we can't force Titan's Tooth to be the thing that we discard. But if we play Titan's Gratitude right now, there's a higher chance. Alright. There we go, and we didn't lose any units. Bit of a surprise. Now what are we doing? I don't know if we want these. Let's skip these. I do want lots of spells, but I don't want like a ton of spells. Yeah, let's skip these. Perfect Insanity. It's so good. Let's take it. I like my Perfect Insanities. Now, we really should go to the right and consider making one of our units strong. Just don't know which unit it's going to be. But let's go here. Let's peek in here. Divine Temple has the extreme stone that we wanted. Let's put that in here immediately. So we've got a Titan's Gratitude that we can play every turn. Seek Stone could go on Bounding Echoes. I don't know how much we care. What are the unit essences of what we have? We have Give and Inspire effect and just a little bit of health. It's not bad. And then this one gives a Revenge effect. Okay. Well, Speed Stone and can't gain armor 2 is not bad. Like the Rune Stone. Don't know how much I care about the Speed Stone. Let's take this next. We could get a Keeper of Echoes to put on our Keeper of Echoes. Or we could get a Shard Soul Carver to put on our Keeper of Echoes. Or take the Shard Soul Carver and put the Keeper of Echoes on the Shard Soul Carver. Because that's better overall. Well, this one applies it to friendly units. This one would be just making itself better. And I don't think we're going to have tons of units, so probably this one is the way to go. Keep the Shard Soul Carver, sacrifice the Keeper of Echoes to it. Okay, let's do that. And we're going to go to the Concealed Caverns next, see what this does for us. I'm hoping very much for something. Purge a card, gain a card. I mean, sure. That doesn't necessarily help me master something, but it could. I think the Foregone Powers are bad. They cost 0. I think the Foregone Powers are bad. You don't want to have that many things that discard random cards. What do we get? A random rare Stygian or a random rare Wurmkin? Well, the Wurmkin could be something that we could Divinity Master. So let's take it. Although the Stygian Guard, oh no. There's some really good Stygian Guard rare cards that could help us a lot. Let's take the Wurmkin. That is useless to me. Completely and utterly useless. Let's skip it. Okay, so we just got a little bit of money and we purged the card. That was fine. Let's do the Divine Temple next. We are going to engage Pact, sacrifice the Keeper of Echoes to the Shard Soul Carver. So the Shard Soul Carver is the thing that we hope never dies. We hope you never die. In order to achieve you never dying, the Speed Stone helps, technically, but not a lot, especially when we are going to put it at the top and we have Light's Gift. So I think the Rune Stone is what we do. And then we purge a Train Steward. Oh, our Train Stewards are gone. Right, we don't have to actively purge our own Train Stewards in this one. So I want to remove more of our starting cards. Yes, I want to remove more of our starting cards. We're going to keep the Bounding Echoes for now. We're going to remove another Foregone Power. Then we might remove a Fracture. We're going to have to think about what we want just in our deck total at some point. Daedalus the Professor. Don't like the Explosive Sigil that much. This being dazed at the top is great. We don't have something to kill it this turn, but I do really like it being dazed at the top. Soulguard the Martyr, I just have no idea where to put you. I guess you go in the center again. I don't think you're really doing much. but you will prevent a couple things from getting to the top. So you go here. The Titan Sentry goes at the top, in front, because it's the one that we're okay if it ends up dying. And then... Fracture. Let's see here. One of the fractures is definitely going on you. If we put the other one on you, then you die, and you are the one we most want to die. So let's do that. And the foregone power to kill the front one. I think the middle might be quite bad this turn. Yep, it's quite bad. You, since we didn't kill you, now you explode. How unfortunate, actually. Well, we didn't have much to do about that. So you're taking a lot of damage. And accomplishing basically nothing with that damage. We don't like that. We'll kill one of these. We will foregone power you. And then we just take damage in the center. Really think our champion does basically nothing for us. In fact, even if we kill the two in the center, they explode, killing our champion. So I think the champion does nothing. We will definitely play an Echo Transfer. And then we play a Fracture, and then we play a Titan's Gratitude, hoping to discard Crypt Builder. The Fracture, I guess we could put on you, or the boss, honestly, but I think I'd rather have it on... Ooh, if we put it here, then you have the Revenge, which kills this one. Put it there. There we go. And then Titan's Gratitude, hope to discard Crypt Builder. We did not. At least we get our Titan's Gratitude every turn then. So we're not killing that back one. Annoying. You're taking damage from what? What are you taking damage from? Oh, the Extinguish. I see. We have Perfect Insanity, but we can't play it anywhere except the bottom, which is not where we're going to play Titan's Gratitude. So, we're going to play Titan's Gratitude. I'm going to do it at the top. And there's two things it could discard that would be useful. It did not discard either of them. Okay. Remember that if we just get the Perfect Insanity and the boss is at the right place, then we win. Bounding Echoes, we will play here. We will play a Titan's Gratitude. Let's play it at the top. Okay, that was unfortunate, as the things that could happen. I'm going to give another Echo at the top, because in theory, we could kill the boss at the top if we have enough Echoes, and it makes you stronger. Don't really like how all of those are getting up to the top floor. That's a few too many. I mean, they're dazed, to be fair. Perfect Insanity. So as long as we don't discard Perfect Insanity, we might be able to win this turn. Alright. Well, I'm going to play the Titan's Gratitude, hope to not discard Perfect Insanity. Oh, we get to win this turn? Got him. Alright. Still have not lost a unit other than our train swords. I like Echoes of the Past, but not that much. Not that much, because the Echo Transfer is really sufficient. Even though I like Echoes of the Past, I think I'm going to skip it. We could take another Titan Sentry and sacrifice it to our first Titan Sentry if the Titan Sentries are going to survive. Don't know that they're going to survive, but you know, there's no harm in taking another one and maybe letting it die. Herzl's Compound is of course good. It's good. Let's take Herzl's Compound. Remove cards. Get another unit? Merchant of Magic. I mean, I like the Merchant of Magic. Let's remove cards. I guess we'll peek in here first. Another Keepstone, that's kind of excellent. The Wurmkin unit, I'm going to look at next. Still nothing that we could master. I don't even really want to take these. Not even for their sacrifice effects. So let's just skip them. Divine Horde next. The champion gets more attack. That's pointless. Split Anvil is really nice, especially with all the 3-cost spells we have in our deck. Yeah, let's take that. And then upgrade our champion. There's Phased. We could definitely take Phased so that you don't die so fast, and you actually kill some things. But then you're not as good to help at the very beginning. We're still okay with this. Let's take a Titan channel level. And then Unstable Vortex, we're going to remove a Fracture. And I believe another Foregone Power. Okay. What do we want to put a Keepstone on? The Echo Transfer is a possibility. The Perfect Insanity is not what you want to put a Keepstone on. Because you don't want to play it 2 turns in a row. I'm thinking the Echo Transfer. So now we can apply a lot of attack to a unit. We still don't want a Surge Stone. Ember Stones are good. And now it's really good to make one of these a 2. Let's make Titan's Tooth a 2. Alright. We have spent all of our money, done all of the things, let's move on. Split Anvil I think was a good pickup. Mark of Invasion. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I want to do it, of course. It could cause one of my Titan sentries to die pretty easily. And there's a haste. Ooh, we really don't like the haste. I'm not going to turn this one on. The haste is bad. Where do we put Solgard the Martyr? I guess we put her at the bottom now. So you're going at the top. You're going at the bottom. Let's actually do Bounding Echoes first. Let's do this one first because if we play it first, then the Bounding Echoes gives you a shard. Fracture to kill this one, the Clipped Conduit. Because that means we have more time to potentially deal with the other ones. Or do we send them up? Honestly, sending them up is not too bad because you kill this one, and this one doesn't deal damage to the Pyre. So yeah, let's send them up. Echo Transfer. We can't play it on the champion, so play it here. Oh, you're dazed. You're dazed so we don't kill you. Oh, right. That's unfortunate. Let's play this Shard Soul Carver. Let's play... If we play a Fracture on you, then you take damage, and then you apply Frostbite, but I don't think the Frostbite takes effect immediately. I don't know the answer to that, but I don't think it would. Do we play the other Titan Sentry at the bottom? I guess we should. I'm going to put it behind Solgard the Martyr, though. If we do this, the Titan Sentry basically dies. Let's put it in the center. Next. I guess we fracture you? And we echo transfer up here. And then we foregone power at the bottom so that you start waking up more, and that one having some frostbite is good. Okay, I don't like what's happening at the top next turn. Oh, I fractured one of them and then I took away the echo. Right, that's why we took 1 damage. So, we can play Titan's Tooth. Let's do that first. Titan's Tooth basically causes most of them to die. This one dies, for example. We cannot play Perfect Insanity. We can play a Fracture. We can't prevent this one from going up, can we? Because you have a damage shield. That's unfortunate. What does the Fracture do for us? Do we play it at the top or the bottom? I think we play it at the bottom so that you wake up. Here or there? Let's put it on there. So now you've woken up, which is good for us. We can play Titan's Gratitude up here to kill this one. It discarded the one that we had the Keepstone on. How unfortunate. Let's play the Foregone Power here. Now, we can play Bounding Echoes at the bottom. We can play the Crypt Builder anywhere. Playing the Crypt Builder anywhere is good. These two are already dying, no problem, so let's just do the Crypt Builder here. And then the Titan's Gratitude. Well, we can play Fracture first, I guess. If we're playing a Fracture, I kind of want to put it up here so that we beef you up more. And then we play the Titan's Gratitude here. Great. That's actually going well. Oh, the Perfect Insanity came at the wrong turn. We could play the Echo Transfer. I like playing Echo Transfer up here. And we should play a Titan's Gratitude so that we have it next turn. And then we could also play a Foregone Power so that we inspire you more. Okay. We can start with Crypt Builder. I like that. Start with Crypt Builder. That makes Titan's Tooth free to play. We can play Echo Transfer if we wanted to. Let's play the two Fractures. Fracture, Fracture. If we want to play the Echo Transfer, we could play it here. That would do 45... That would do essentially 30 more damage this turn. And then you are set to currently die. Let's do the Echo Transfer down here. And then the Titan's Gratitude. And then actually, I think we've made it so that we can win with Titan's Gratitude. Yes, we can win with Titan's Gratitude. Not quite just the Titan's Gratitude, though. So we have to play Echo Transfer and then Titan's Gratitude. And then we're winning. None of our units are dying yet again. How about that? Very surprised that we haven't had units die. Frenzied Swarm. The Urchin Spines is also quite good. Ooh. Frenzied Swarm. Frenzied Swarm is nice. I don't think we necessarily need it to do Offering anymore, but the Dazed is really helpful. We want dazed units. I want the Urchin Spines. You know what? The Urchin Spines is probably the way to go. Ambient Charge, do we want it? Broken Memories could get back Abounding Echoes, and that's it. Oh, it could get back Urchin Spines. So we could use Broken Memories to get back Urchin Spines. It's okay. We could play Ambient Charge to draw our spells and consume them. Kinda don't want that. We could take Broken Memories or skip. I think we skip. We've got a 21 card deck. I'm going to make that smaller. Merchant of Steel would be good because we want to upgrade the Shardsill Carver more. And we might have a chance at the Concealed Caverns to master something. So let's go this way. Even though I would probably go the other way if we weren't potentially mastering something. Twinstone and Purgestone. Twinstone. What would we want that on? I don't know yet. We could take the Purgestone. Let's look in here too. Another Speedstone. Still kind of don't prefer the Speedstones for our unit. What do you have? This one. I guess we could get Petty Theft. Because I don't know that Heaven's Gold is going to do much of anything for us. And so I'm thinking Petty Theft. Petty Theft, we will try to slay some things so we get more money so we can make our stuff better. Alright, the big question for me is, in the Merchant of Steel, do we re-roll and hope we can afford this, whatever it is? Or do we just take a Speedstone? That Speedstone is not bad. It's just not what I particularly want. I don't know. Let's take the Speedstone. And then we could take a Battlestone to add to one of the Titan Sentries. We could sacrifice one of the Titan Sentries to the other Titan Sentry. They've survived so far, but I constantly think that they're going to die. And therefore I don't want to spend much on them. But what is our other unit going to be anyway? Are we going to duplicate... Are we going to duplicate our Shardsill Carver for some reason? No, let's try to make the Titan Sentry something that survives. And that starts with putting a Battlestone on it. And then we also sacrifice the other one to the first one. Sacrifice you to the other Titan Sentry. So now we've got a Titan Sentry that we really want to have more health, somehow. And we'll work on that. Twinstone. We could put Twinstone on Petty Theft. Don't really want that. I don't know if I want a Twinstone. Which is surprising, because I normally want a Twinstone. We could put it on an Urchin Spines, just to kind of make another Urchin Spines. Or we could hold off and get pack shards at a later time. I'm going to hold off. Ancient Hate. Spell Shield 2 seems real bad. Seems real bad. Yeah, we don't turn that on. Just click fight. The Titan's Tooth can go at the bottom. If we play the Crypt Builder, we can't play the Shard Soul Carver, and we need to play the Shard Soul Carver. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Soulguard the Martyr down here. We're going to play a Titan's Tooth down here. And we're going to play the Shard Soul Carver at the top. And then a Fracture at the bottom too. So you could wake up, we have to decide whether we want to wake you up at any particular time. But you could wake up. Bounding Echoes, we play that down here for the Shard. And then we play the Titan Sentry up here. Unfortunately, another Ember Drain. We could play the other Bounding Echoes now just to get the Inspire effect right now. I don't mind that. And then we want to play... If you wake up, you will start taking damage. I'm going to be okay with that. You're going to start taking damage. 24 damage, you kill all of those. Except for the back one. And the back one gets strong. But it's not as strong as all of those other ones combined. Petty Theft we've got to play. We have our Titan's Gratitude to start killing some things. The problem with playing Petty Theft this turn is it kills one of these, which causes our champion to die, which is not really what we wanted. But I want the 50 gold. Let's get the 50 gold. So, kill one of these. Our champion now dies. We can play the Echo Transfer at the top. I think it's quite good. We can't play a Perfect Insanity down here. Can we? I mean, if we could save you. Technically, we might get lucky. We might get lucky. Let's see if we get lucky. So, we do this, then we do Titan's Gratitude. We hope it discards Foregone Power. If it does, we play Perfect Insanity. It didn't, so we don't. And that means that we're going to play Foregone Power again. On you, or up here? I think we're going to play it up here. And then our champion dies. Our champion dying a lot is a problem. Champion's not our best unit. So we do play a Titan's Gratitude at the bottom. We play an Echo Transfer up here. Play the Titan's Gratitude at the bottom. Do we play Fractures? I think we play a Fracture to kill this one. Echo Transfer we can play every turn. We can play the Crypt Builder this turn as well. Let's play the Crypt Builder. So Perfect Insanity is in our hand at the wrong time right now, but we don't have a very big deck at this point. So as long as we have a floor that we fill up with some echoes, which we can do a little bit now on this floor. Great. So both of those floors could have one of our, what is it called? Our Perfect Insanity be used on them. The bottom floor had no chance of that happening. Crypt Builder first. And then we can Petty Theft here for more gold. I like getting more gold. Fracture. Echo Transfer we can't play up here anymore, so let's just Titan's Gratitude to deal damage. Okay, so we're really hoping to draw Perfect Insanity this turn. We didn't... Oh, we did get it, actually. How about that? So Perfect Insanity we can play. If we play Titan's Tooth next, it would be bad because we want the Titan's Tooth to hit that. So we play Fracture, Perfect Insanity, Titan's Tooth, we win. Alright. You know, my units are not dying still. Guardian Stone. Guardian Stone is useful, but we can't fit it. We can't fit it except where our champion is. But I really like the Incant Apply Armor. I would like the Ice Storm if we just had, like, spell power, which we might get. I'm going to take the Ice Storm. I actually do want it. Soul Cripple, no. Soul Crushing Guilt applies Dazed 3. The Extract 3 is not too bad with our deck. And the Dazed 3 is quite nice. I think I will take that one. And then, do we go to a Merchant of Steel or a Merchant of Magic this time? We go this way because there's still Concealed Caverns that could give us things to master. That's the reason. So Divine Temple, we have a Value Stone here that we could put in something. I don't know if we really care about that too much. We're not going to take a Purge Stone, so I don't think we do anything there. Merchant of Steel has another Speed Stone. Why? Why so many Speed Stones? We want something that gives health to my Titan Sentry, which I guess at this point is just the Heartstone or the Runestone. Is the Runestone better? It probably is. Okay, let's add a Runestone to the Titan Sentry. Both of them have Runestones. We have no other thing that we can do here except purge cards. Let's go to the Concealed Caverns. Please give me something great. I don't know if that's great. We could get the Awoken's Rail Spike. That would be fine if... Well, I mean, it works really well with Split Anvil, honestly. All of these do. We don't want the Melting Remnant Waxen Spike. Do we want Spike of the Stygian? I think I'd rather have Awoken Rail Spike. Let's do it. "24 cards. We need to remove a couple of those, which we can right now. Do we want 2 Bounding Echoes? They're not so bad because they consume. I don't really care about the Foregone Powers much. Let's take out another Foregone Power and another Fracture, because that will leave the things that we want more to have. Divine Temple, we chose not to do anything. Merchant of Steel, we did everything that we can, except for remove a card, which we will not do right now. So, Fell the Wings of Light, let's go. Alabaster Guardians have Multi-Strike. Bell empowers units with Rage. That's annoying with this particular Evil Eyes extra challenge. Wow. If we put Soulguard the Martyr at the bottom, then... Well, I guess she doesn't die super early because she's phased. Right. We are going to put the Titan Sentry at the top. We're going to play Bounding Echoes. We could wait and play Bounding Echoes a future turn, I guess. Doesn't do anything right now, except add a Shard. Don't know how much we care about the shards, honestly. Let's play the Fracture on this one, so that one has a chance to die. Let's play a Titan's Gratitude in the center, so that we could guarantee Titan's Gratitude here next turn. I like that. And the Bounding Echoes will be... I see an Awoken Rail Spike that would cost only 2. That's not great. Okay, I think we're doing not that much this turn. We're playing the Shard Soul Carver, of course. We are playing a Bounding Echoes down here. And then what? We're not playing Awoken's Rail Spike for 1. we're playing the Titan's Gratitude here. Oh, it actually discarded the offering card. That was unexpected. And then nothing. Okay. The top is finally dealing damage to us. We are still dealing with Ember Drain. We want to play Petty Theft. Let's play the Petty Theft here and get this now. We can play the Titan's Gratitude in the center. We could play Echo Transfer at the top. We like the Echo Transfers at the top. And then the only thing that we can afford to play is Titan's Gratitude. We'll play that in the middle again. One of these times we're going to start playing spells here, but it's hard when we have Ember Drain. Ooh, we do want to play Urchin Spines at the top this turn, because it hits Bell the Wings of Light. And then, no worry to do anything to you guys. We can play a Crypt Builder. Let's play the Crypt Builder at the bottom. And then play another Echo Transfer up here. I want you to become stronger. You are almost being awakened. If we had our Perfect Insanity this turn, we could probably play it in the center. Oh well. Let's start with a Crypt Builder. Somewhere, anywhere. I think we're going to play the Crypt Builder at the bottom. Wake you up. Crypt Builder at the bottom. Wake you up. Then we have a Titan's Tooth that we can do in the center. Titan's Tooth in the center. We can do Echo Transfer up here if we play Fracture, which seems nice because it beefs you up a couple times. And then the Titan's Gratitude in the center to kill this one. Okay. Okay, you're dying, no problem. We can't play Perfect Insanity at the top this turn. No, there's no way. So where are we playing the Crypt Builder? I guess here. We could do it at the bottom to cause you to die. Let's do it here. So that's the Crypt Builder. Now we can play Fracture on the boss. And then an Echo Transfer on you. And then a Titan's Gratitude. You don't need to play that in the center, let's play it at the bottom. Okay. I think we've taken care of the units going up the train, but I haven't really focused on Incant very much when I've been doing that. Bounding Echoes. We play that here. We can play Awoken Railspike. It'll draw 3 cards and make all of these cards free. I'm going to do that up here so that we make you better. Alright. It also made Petty Theft free for the future. Although, Petty Theft doesn't do a lot right now. Let's hit the boss with it. Let's daze the boss as well, I think. You've got... Oh, we hit you with a spell. Darn. We can daze the boss, though. I want to play an Echo Transfer at the top. I want to play... Which one of these do we want to play at the bottom? We want to play the Titan's Gratitude at the bottom. And we want to play Soul Crushing Guilt. So Soul Crushing Guilt we play at the bottom. Give you Dazed 3. Does that consume Soul Crushing Guilt? No, it doesn't. That's good. And then we play an Ice Storm at the top, because it does not do much damage, and it does inspire you. Titan's Gratitude at the bottom, and then Foreground Power at the bottom. Okay. We're definitely not killing the boss at the bottom, which means maybe one of my guys is going to die. We'll find out. But first, Fracture. The Echo Transfer I continue to do up here. We have to choose which ones we play. I guess the Ice Storm we don't play. We play Fracture, Fracture, Titan's Gratitude. We've done some damage. I do think my Shark is going to die, and I don't like that. Soul Crushing Guilt, if we do that this turn, it will affect you for next turn, but we have Perfect Insanity. Ooh. How could we do Perfect Insanity here? We can only do that if we play Foregone Power and Titan's Gratitude, and it does not discard Perfect Insanity. Alright, well, I guess let's start with Titan's Gratitude. And then Echo Transfer. And then we've got a 50% chance. We got it. We can do Perfect Insanity. Wonderful. Alright. I think we can get our Shark to survive. Oh, you do survive. How about that? And we could even make it better. We can do this. We can do this. And then Petty Theft doesn't quite go. Set. Unearthed Remains. It's better for Perfect Insanity. The Wurmkin Etchings gets back Awoken Railspike, 2 Bounding Echoes, and the Urchin Spines. I actually like that. We might remove one of the Bounding Echoes if we take that. But I actually like that. Do we take Wurmkin Etchings? Or nothing? Take the Wurmkin Etchings. Herzl's Compound is the obvious choice. Bell's Remorse is a potential choice. It would mean that we do better at the beginning. I don't really want to take Bell's Remorse when we have Split Anvil as the thing. So Herzl's Compound. But I would like to have something that makes it so that we can play our 3-cost cards while we're playing minions. And we don't get to do that. Alright, again, the Concealed Caverns, we have to go toward those in the hopes that we could master a card this run. We have not found any cards to master. So, peek in here. Another Keepstone. How interesting. Concealed Caverns. We actually get to use the Petty Theft to pickpocket both. Huzzah! So I would have gotten this achievement even not using the seed. Alright. I was told in the episode that I did get the achievement that the achievement is a lot more, or a lot less random than I thought it was. There's a higher chance for you to get those two things. You just kind of have to actually know to get Petty Theft or something. But here it is. Get rid of Petty Theft, get 175 gold. Excellent. That's basically what we wanted Petty Theft for, was to just get some gold and then remove it from the deck. That's wonderful. What in the world do we do here? Iron Drop Cage is useless. We don't change floors for anything. So I think Winged Indulgence is the thing. It's surprisingly good. And then Champion? Do we take... I don't really want to take Titan Channel 2 because then Soulguard the Martyr doesn't wake up until the very end. So we're going to take Cold Channel 2. And Merchant of Magic. Oh man. A Keepstone. What do we put that on? See, I want to play it on the Ice Storm, but I only want to play it on the Ice Storm if we make the Ice Storm better, which we have very few chances to do that now. Oh man. It's just that if we put it on the Ice Storm and then we get a True Stone or Extreme Stone on it, then it would be quite good. Oh man. I'm gonna do it. This is very much a hopeful move. Very much a hopeful move. I'm also going to take the Emberstone and put it on a Crypt Builder. Reroll? Permafrost. Awoken's Rail Spike can be permafrosted. Perfect Insanity can have a permafrost. That's a good one to have a permafrost. It's just that we discard cards from our hand every turn. Let's not use permafrost when we discard cards from our hand every turn. Power Stone. Could go on the Ice Storm, of course. Let's put it on a Crypt Builder. Let's put it on this Crypt Builder. So that Crypt Builder does a lot more damage. Another Emberstone. I want to put it on Awoken's Rail Spike. We could put it on Wurmkin Etchings. Let's put it on Awoken Rail Spike. Okay. I'm not going to remove a card here. We're going to remove it in the next ring, the last ring. Ooh, you're dangerous. You have a lot of attack. And you have Trample. And we're not going to turn on Mark of Invasion. Mark of Invasion could be quite bad. I mean, it deals some damage to my guys, which is quite bad, right? That's quite bad. It's the thing that could get us the most gold easiest in this one. Oh, I'm gonna turn it on. It's gonna deal damage to the Pyre. Surely gonna deal damage to the Pyre. We got both of our units on the first turn, which is actually really nice. So, Titan Sentry goes up here. You take damage from something. Oh, because you kill one of them. Okay. Well, you are taking damage this turn, and we're killing all of those, so they're not actually defeating our Pyre. We do play you at the bottom like usual, right? We could play you in the center. We would wake you up so much slower if we put you in the center. But it might still be a good idea. We can't kill anything in the center unless we play Urchin Spines, which I don't really want to play, but that means that you're going to take more damage, which is kind of bad. Okay, we're going to play Soul Guard the Martyr in the center. We're going to play the Echo Transfer up here, like we usually do. And then the question is the Fracture worth playing on one of these things? Or is it better to just keep playing the Incant up here? I think let's Incant with the Fracture. We got an Ice Storm. Remember, the Ice Storm isn't actually good yet, and we don't want to play it. We'll play the Bounding Echoes here. We could play the Ice Storm just to get the Inspire. I really want to be able to kill one of you guys, which we can. We actually can do that. We just play Fracture on one of them, and then we play a Foregone Power and an Ice Storm here. So Ice Storm has to go first, and then Foregone Power goes next. And then Dazed 3 on you is actually pretty nice right now, because we're not going to kill you at the top, and that means our Pyre has more time to kill you. Okay, you know, that actually didn't go as bad as I thought it would. Ooh, we did wake up Solgar the Martyr, though, and she took a bunch of damage because we woke her up early. Whoops. Wasn't actually intending to do that. There's a Perfect Insanity, which of course is not the most useful. There's Bounding Echoes, which is good to play. We want to play the Titan's Gratitude at the top. We want to play a Fracture. We play a Fracture on you. That might be good. Fracture on you. We play the Titan's Gratitude at the top. And we discarded our holdover card that we were going to play. Alright. Well, worried about next turn. Especially since our champion already died. Our champion just does not survive very long. So we can play Awoken's Rail Spike and make every single one of these free. I like that. Let's do that. And we even have space to draw the 4 cards. Alright. Everything in our hand is free. What do we do with that? We're going to play the Titan's Gratitude at the top at some point. The Titan's Tooth, I think we play in the center or the bottom. We could play a Crypt Builder in the center. Let's do the Titan's Tooth at the bottom. Just has longer to take effect. And then we can play a Fracture here or something. We could play a Crypt Builder here. Yeah, let's play the Crypt Builder here. And then the Titan's Gratitude will do better. So, what do we want on this floor? We'd really prefer you to die this turn. But we kind of have to play our Titan's Gratitude at the top. And I don't want to play it now. So I think we play the Wurmkin Etchings. That gets back the Awoken Rail Spike and 2 Bounding Echoes. Alright, I'll do that. The Echo Transfer we play at the top, as we usually do. We play... I'm going to play both Fractures on you. That kills you. And then we get to play Titan's Gratitude at the top. Soul Crushing Guilt I don't think we'd play this time. We could have played it in the center to apply Dazed, but I didn't really care for that one to be Dazed. We have a Crypt Builder. We have Bounding Echoes that can actually do stuff for us. The other Bounding Echoes kind of doesn't. If we play the Awoken Rail Spike at the top, it would be nice. The Crypt Builder we would no longer be able to play, but I still think that's the right thing. Alright, we can actually hope to play the Crypt Builder with the Titan's Gratitude. Ice Storm we probably don't want to play. I mean, it actually does pretty well down here right now, because just adding the Echo means that a Fracture would have killed this one if the Ice Storm didn't hit it. It happened to hit it. It didn't have to. I don't really want to play Urchin Spines yet. The Crypt Builder we can't play. We can't play the Perfect Insanity this turn. Let's play the Echo Transfer and the Titan's Gratitude. Okay. You, I want to deal 1 damage somehow. And we do have an Ice Storm that's on top of our deck. So we can probably do that. How are things going at the top? We certainly need to play the Titan's Gratitude again. The Titan's Tooth could go in the center. I like that. Perfect Insanity we won't be able to play at the bottom for the boss, but we might be able to play it in the center for the boss. Echo Transfer. We'll play the Ice Storm. It killed the one that we wanted to kill. We can play the Titan's Gratitude. Hope not to discard Foregone Power. We did. That was the one that we would have played. How's that? Okay, we don't want to play Ice Storm this turn. We do want to play Crypt Builder. The Soul Crushing Guilt could be played at the bottom. I like that. Let's do that. Let's play the Crypt Builder. Crypt Builder, followed by... Well, we're going to play the Echo Transfer so that we do. Do we play a Fracture on anything here? I think we play it on one of these, so that these die before they get to the top. And then we play Titan's Gratitude to kill that one, and then we're doing enough damage to kill this one. Wonderful. Crypt Builder can hit something. We actually can't hit the boss with our Titan's Gratitude this turn. So that's unfortunate. I think what we do is we just play Fractures in the center. Play a Fracture here, so that one dies. Play a Fracture here. We should play the Crypt Builder first. Crypt Builder, just to make our guys better. And then Fracture on the boss. And then Echo Transfer up here. And Titan's Gratitude up here. So, do you survive? I think the answer is going to be no this time. But you've survived so far. We do get to play a Perfect Insanity, which will probably mean that our guys survive. The Crypt Builder goes first. Crypt Builder first. The front one dies, currently. Fracture. Ice Storm. Perfect Insanity. Oh, our units don't die again. How about that? How about that? Wonderful. Alright, our units survived. The only units that have died from Evil Eyes has been Train Stewards. Even though I took some units to potentially just have them die. Unnamed Tome? It can be good. I don't want another Ice Storm. I don't think I want the Unnamed Tome. Let's skip it. Another Soul Crushing Guilt. Probably good. This one is also infused, which makes it much better. But I've been thinking about trying to daze the boss a bunch. And Soul Crushing Guilt does that. Now, what are we doing? We're going to go this way, because we really want a Merchant of Magic. Merchant of Steel does nothing for us. So we're going this way. I don't know what we're going to duplicate, but we probably duplicate something. Merchant of Magic, Eternal Stone could go on Awoken's Railspike, perhaps. Because we can basically just play it and play it kind of every turn. Every turn we draw it, that is. That's not bad at all. The Divine Temple has Twin Stone and Seek Stone. We got 0 things to put on our Ice Storm. We got an Extreme Stone once, but we didn't get a True Stone or a second Extreme Stone ever. How very unfortunate. Merchant of Trinkets. When a card with Extract is played, gain an Ember and an Echo. Huzzah! That means that we get to play our Echo Transfer every single turn, and even though it extracts 2, it also adds 2. So we just gain an Ember with it every turn. Is it worth getting Guild Marker? We're gonna have to think about that. Because we'd have to spend 840 for Guild Marker to be worth it after buying Guild Marker, which we aren't able to do. So we're not going to buy Guild Marker. Carving Koriska is way too good. We're going to have to take that. Tethys' Scales is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Oh man, what do we do? I do think I want the Eternal Stone. But maybe we should re-roll here first? Or take the Tethys' Scales first? Oh man. Very hard choices. Oh man, what do we do? I really, at this point, don't know. There's too many good things. What would we duplicate from our deck? We could duplicate Awoken Railspike after we do the thing to it. Put an Eternal Stone on it. That would be quite nice. I'm really thinking about that, which means we have to take something here to get the pack shards, which shouldn't be too hard. Then we remove 2 cards as well. I have no idea where to start. Let's take the Eternal Stone. I think this is a really good plan. So now that we've done that, we're going to buy this one, and then we probably don't re-roll here. We probably re-roll here after taking a Power Stone, putting it on Ice Storm. Finally, it does something. Emberstone, we really want that on the last 3 cost card that we have, because now we play this one for 3, and it makes everything in our hand free. And then reroll. No, I wanted another Power Stone. Alright. Stackstone. Stackstone goes on Soul Crushing Guilt. Excellent. Wonderful. I like it. Surge Stone, we really don't want to put you on anything. Not really. The Titan's Tooth isn't wonderful, but the Frostbite 10 is surprisingly good. Emberstone. Do we put that on Soul Crushing Guilt? Even though it has Extract 3, so it's hard to play every turn? We're probably going to remove that Foregone Power and one of the Fractures, so we could put it on the other Fracture, so we could play a Fracture every turn. Every turn we draw a Fracture, we play it. Let's do that. Okay, now we purge 2 cards. Purge... We could purge a Bounding Echoes, but we're not going to. We're going to purge a Fracture and the last Foregone Power. So we're going to rely heavily on the non-starter deck cards. And then we duplicate the Awoken's Railspike, because I think that will be quite strong. And then we have to take one of these. A Seek Stone. We could put a Seek Stone on Echo Transfer, because now it's amazing. That seems pretty nice. Okay. Alright. We've got our 100 pack shards. I have no idea if we're going to win. Because our units could die. They really could. I don't know if they will. I mean, our champion is going to die, because our champion just always dies. So, the Keeper of Echoes Shard Soul Carver goes up here. we play Urchin Spines immediately. And then we get to play Echo Transfer up here. And we gained an armor and did a couple incants and inspires. Wonderful. Soulguard the Martyr. We're going to put you in the center. There's a slight chance that you're going to do stuff in the center. Slight chance. Soul Crushing Guilt we can't put on Seraph just yet, but I am looking forward to doing that when we can. Your spell weakness got taken away, but, you know, got taken away in a good way. Now then, the Awoken Railspike is here, but we have Ember Drain, so we're not going to play it this turn. We will instead play Titan Sentry, the Echo Transfer, as we always do. Then we can play the Titan's Tooth as well. Titan's Tooth. We play that at the bottom. Yeah, play that at the bottom. And then Ice Storm, we can play that in the center. Play that in the center. I want to play Echoes kind of everywhere. Let's do an Echo down here by putting Fracture on the boss. That will remove more of your damage shield. And then the Titan's Gratitude, we could cause you to die, which I think is nice. Because you're going to die quickly. So, yeah. So far, this battle has gone swimmingly. We have 2 Ember to spend. We don't want to play Wurmkin Etchings just yet, so I think we're going to play a Crypt Builder. We actually could have more Ember to spend. We always will have more Ember to spend. Great. So we play a Crypt Builder. I don't want to put it down here, so we'll play it in the center. Then we play the other things that we play. Ice Storm at the bottom. Do we start trying to daze Seraph the Temperant? I think we do. And in order to do that, we don't play anything down here. I think that's bad. I mean, we've got to take care of Seraph the Temperant sometime. So, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and hope that it does not discard Soul Crushing Guilt. Wonderful. Alright. We're going to daze you for 3. We have to keep that up in order to do more. And it's going to be hard to keep that up. But we do have things that give daze 6 to them. So, as long as we get those at the right times, we'll be fine. The Bounding Echoes we can play here. The Echo Transfer we play here, of course. We play a Crypt Builder somewhere. Crypt Builder could hit you for a whole lot. And move you back. Kind of like that. We play the Ice Storm somewhere. I think we play the Ice Storm in the center. Didn't kill that back one, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Next, the Fracture we play at the top, both because we Fracture Seraph and because we enhance those two. And then Titan's Gratitude you. Okay, you're taking 42 damage. It's unfortunate. But at least you're not done yet. You're surviving longer than you did last battle. Awoken Railspike is here. So we play Echo Transfer first. We play the Bounding Echoes, I think, next. We can play that here so that you get more infused. I don't know. I think you guys getting infused is more important. Now, the Awoken's Railspike draws 4 cards. The Crypt Builders are reduced to costing 1, which is great. Also, the Soul Crushing Guilt is here to play on Seraph. And we can even do it again. Wonderful. Alright, Seraph is probably going to be dazed. Let's play the Titan's Tooth next. We can also play the Crypt Builders, by the way. Let's play a Crypt Builder here. If we play this one, that one dies. Great. And then where are we playing our other Crypt Builder? We could play it at the bottom, but I'd rather do the Titan's Gratitude on you at the bottom. And I think we should play that now. We even discarded the Crypt Builder. Great. How about an Ice Storm at the bottom? Titan's Tooth also at the bottom? And a Fracture at the bottom to hit you again. We have 6, and we removed 6 this turn. I think our deck is really working at this point. We will play Echo Transfer up here. Then we will play our Awoken Rail Spike to draw cards, discount them. We got our Echo Transfer because it got put on the top. It did not get put on the top, we just shuffled our deck. Okay, great. We have 3 things that have been consumed. Urchin Spines and Bounding Echoes. We don't have another consume card, do we? We do not. So this is a good time to play this too. Next. I will play the Titan's Gratitude at the bottom. We should play the Ice Storm in the middle because it might save Solgard the Martyr another turn. It did. We can Soul Crushing Guilt Seraph yet again. We could have played Perfect Insanity on Seraph, I think. We could do that to one of these. Fracture you. Perfect Insanity here. And then Titan's Gratitude this one. Alright. We have another Awoken's Rail Spike. I like drawing those every turn. Also, we can play Bounding Echoes. Bounding Echoes to make all of these a little bit better. The Urchin Spines to hit Seraph with more spell weakness again. Play the other Bounding Echoes just because. And then we play Awoken's Rail Spike. Haha. Oh man. So, this Crypt Builder is now free. We should play... Let's play a Crypt Builder here. Deal some damage and move you back. I think I'm going to play the Ice Storm in the center this time. And then I Fracture here. And then Titan's Gratitude here. And we've got a Crypt Builder. Let's play it at the top to just enchant. This is the Relentless phase finally. You have Dazed 10. So we actually want you to die so that our Dazed remains when we get to the top, which means I don't want to kill these this turn. That's an important note. Don't kill these this turn. Let them kill my champion. We can also play Soul Crushing Guilt again, which I will definitely do. So, play Echo Transfer. We can kill this one. That's not a bad thing to do. We can play the Titan's Tooth, because that doesn't kill this one, and it ensures that this one dies before it gets to the top. Fracture on Seraph is always still good. Ice Storm we don't want to play at the bottom. Let's play it at the top, just to get the enhance. And then Titan's Gratitude on the center. Okay, so what happens next turn is my champion dies, and Seraph only loses 2 dazed, I think. So we're not going to play the Crypt Builders here. We are going to play Soul Crushing Guilt here, though. And then everything else we play at the top to make these guys even stronger. Even stronger, I say. Do we play the Ice Storm anymore? No? I think the answer might be no. Alright, don't play that one. Do play the Titan's Gratitude. Alright, now, Seraph is very dazed. Our guys win, no problem. Let's click end turn and win. Alright. To the Last Divinity, at least. And if we keep the Last Divinity dazed at the top, we don't have to worry about the sweep being a problem. Here we go. Last Divinity. I think we might win, but I'm not sure. I think our champion is going to die real fast. Ooh, we did get these. So I'm going to play the champion here. I'm going to play the Bounding Echoes right now, here. And then we play these units. Doesn't matter which one has Evergreen. And then we play the Echo Transfer and Soul Crushing Guilt at the top, so your sweep does not bother us. Wonderful. Wonderful. Already, this is going pretty well. There are many problems in this one, granted, but so far, it's going pretty well. Echo Transfer, great. We play the Echo Transfer. We will play... Well, we're going to play something. We're going to play the Awoken Rail Spike, and we do already have the things to draw with it. I'm thinking about playing it here so that you wake up. It's probably better that you wake up a little bit sooner than later, so let's play it here. We got another Bounding Echoes. I don't mind playing that. We'll play it here as well, so that you wake up soon. Then what? We can't play the Crypt Builder. Well, we can play one of the Crypt Builders. I don't really like all of your spell shields. That's annoying. Do we just play everything at the top? We could just play everything at the top. I don't like it, because how are we going to take those guys out then? But I also really do like having Echoes up here. So we are going to play the Fractures at the top. The Wurmkin etchings, not yet, of course. If we hit you with the Crypt Builder, then it takes away your damage shield. If we hit you with the Crypt Builder, it takes away your spell shield. Neither of those seem that useful. But we don't want you to be in front, so I guess we will do it at the bottom. Okay, that was that turn. It was not an amazing turn. Things are dazed at the top, but they are going to reach the Pyre. We can play a Titan's Tooth. So let's start here, of course. And then we have enough to draw 4. Do we do it here? If I want you to be woken up, is it this turn that I want you to be woken up? I guess so. We've got to wake you up sometime. And this is a way to wake you up sometime. Alright, Echo Transfer goes up here. we play the Titan's Tooth up here. That takes out your damage shields. And then we could play the Ice Storm here to take out some spell shields. Or play it at the bottom. We are going to play more things at the top, like a Crypt Builder to kill you. Do we play Urchin Spines at the top? I don't think so. I think we play Urchin Spines at the bottom, actually. Because those things we want to have spell weakness. They just grow too much. Do we Ice Storm at the bottom or the center? Sort of want to Ice Storm in the center. It also makes it so that you die, so let's do that. Now, we could Titan's Gratitude in the center, or we could leave that for next turn, Titan's Gratitude at the top. We want to Crypt Builder you. Let's do that first. The Soul Crushing Guilt we definitely want to play at the top. Dazed you for 6 more turns. That's useful. And then we've got 3 things consumed. Those are the ones that we would consume, so let's get them back. And then make sure that we kill everything at the top. Okay. I think that turn went well. You getting really hurt is a little bit annoying, but the fact that we've kind of set up killing the floors that are coming up currently is very important. We have Bounding Echoes, which we play up here, I guess. Bounding Echo, Echo Transfer, Urchin Spines. I mean, you having an Urchin Spines is also quite good. The Ice Storm we could play in the center, or we could play the Titan's Gratitude in the center. I've been planning to play the Titan's Gratitude in the center, so I think we Ice Storm at the top. Alright, you're getting to the Pyre, but you're doing very little damage to it, so I'm not worried. Killing one of you is nice. Our champion dying is unfortunate, but it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. We just had to deal with the fact that it was going to happen. Now, I really want to play the Weight of Contrition to get it out of the deck, so we are going to do that. It means that we're going to play the Awoken Rail Spike for less, but I think that is worth it. We got another Awoken's Rail Spike. Well, can't do much with that. We can play Perfect Insanity. We could play Perfect Insanity on the boss. I'm certainly thinking about that. And we could even do that down here, where we want to play the Ice Storm. So play the Ice Storm down here. Play the Perfect Insanity against the boss to knock it down. Play Awoken's Rail Spike to draw 1 card. No reason not to, I guess. It's a soul-crushing guilt. We can daze the boss more. Do we want to daze the boss more or something else? I mean, the only thing we could daze is the boss. So, the boss, it seems. Fractures. Fractures could go on you to make sure that you die before you get to the top. And then we're going to kill you so that that other one doesn't make it to the top. Okay. Next time is a little bit of a problem because we've got a mini boss up there. But as long as we drew a Crypt Builder, which we did, we can kill the mini boss with this Titan's Gratitude. Play this, play the Echo Transfer, play the Perfect Insanity at the top. I don't see a reason not to. So let's play Perfect Insanity at the top. Where do we play the Ice Storm? The bottom is a good place to play it. It mainly gets rid of Spell Shield, but getting rid of that Spell Shield is good. Playing in the middle is also worthwhile. Let's play it in the middle. Unfortunately, it didn't hit you at all. That's unfortunate. Titan's Gratitude at the top kills you. Okay. There's a lot of things coming up the train. That's the unfortunate part. We play this one every time. We play the Vengeful Shard. There's no reason to. We can just discard it with Titan's Gratitude. So play the Awoken's Rail Spike next. Titan's Tooth. Titan's Tooth we probably play here where they've got all that spell shield. We can't play it yet. We've got to play Soul Crushing Guilt first. Okay. Let's play an Ice Storm at the top or the bottom. Let's play it at the top. We really need to take things out of the top. You still didn't die? Okay. We can make you die by playing a Fracture on you. We can play a Soul Crushing Guilt to Dazed you so that you don't deal as much damage to the Pyre. We could even do it with Daze 6 so that you don't deal as much damage to the Pyre. Let's do that. And then we've got a Fracture to put on... Oh, you're now dying? Oh, you die because of this hit. Wonderful. Alright. Next. Titan's Tooth goes here. Soul Crushing Guilt. We could put that on one of you. I don't know how much we care. We want to kill this one. Let's make sure that we kill this one. And that means we don't play Soul Crushing Guilt there. We can Daze you 3 times, I guess? Sure. And then Fracture you so that you die this turn. Actually, we could Fracture this one so that both of you die this turn. And then I Dazed you, so we're going to play the Titan's Gratitude elsewhere. In the middle. Okay. Next turn. I think we've got this. We just have to keep playing well. You hit my Pyre once, but only once. I really dislike how much Spell Shield is coming out. Alright. Well, we play... This Crypt Builder does not quite kill you. How bad is that doesn't quite kill you? I think that's kind of bad. So we want to play Titan's Gratitude on you instead. Let's start with the Echo Transfer. Don't want to play Ice Storm at the top. It's good in the center. You get rid of the front one and Spell Shields. Wow, it hit the Last Divinity for most of that. I guess we played Titan's Tooth here too. We should be playing Awoken's Rail Spike, actually. Alright, so now we can play a Fracture somewhere. Let's play the Titan's Tooth. Let's play the Titan's Tooth at the bottom, because it just takes away all of the Spell Shield. And that's kind of important to me. I mean, there's one Spell Shield left. If we play the Soul Crushing Guilt this turn, it's pretty good. What if we play the Soul Crushing Guilt on you? I'm okay with that. You would be making it to the top. Actually, you won't. So, soul-crushing guilt on you. How much days do you have? 5. Alright, I'm still good on that. And then we can play another Awoken's Railspell. That Perfect Insanity. That would have worked on you too. Well, we could still do it on you. I think I will, actually. So, Fracture you so that you die. Perfect Insanity on you so that you die. Alright, we spent a lot of things on that floor that were not the things that we wanted. Unfortunately. The fact that we discarded the Crypt Builder made it so that we aren't killing you. What a weird problem. Alright, well, you're going to deal damage to the Pyre, but not an incredible amount. More than I would have liked. Waves remaining 2. The Ice Storm at the bottom seems really important to take those out. Let's start there. We only hit one of them. Well, that's still something. Soul-Crushing Guilt we definitely want to play on the boss. So Soul-Crushing Guilt on the boss this time. The Echo Transfer goes on you always. Titan's Gratitude, probably we use that to hit you really hard. Yeah, I think we do. Ooh, and we killed you too. Great. So now the Vengeful Shard we play, and next wave. Next wave is the final wave. I think we're perfectly fine. We are perfectly fine. We're going to play these two, of course, and play an Echo Transfer here, play an Ice Storm at the top, Ice Storm, Titan's Gratitude. Oh, the Ice Storm did amazing. Alright, and we win. How about this? We won another Expert Challenge. Again, just like last time, this was my first attempt in this test room for this Expert Challenge. So, haven't had any losses in a little bit, which feels good. 3 wins in a row on rank 25. But we didn't master any cards in any of those 3. I wanted to master a card. We have a couple of Wurmkin cards to master, but we didn't see them. And we didn't see any of the Cavern event cards either. So, we have a Stygian card to master that we did not see, and we have a Wurmkin card to master that we did not see, as well as 3 event cards that we did not see. So, we just got unlucky in finding those cards, basically. But otherwise, we have completed all but one of the Expert Challenges. Huzzah! Let's complete that next time. No new records, sadly. As of this run, I have max Covenant wins with every clan combination with the Wurmkin as primary or secondary. There are only 2 combinations to go. I also completed my 24th Expert Challenge, leaving exactly 1 remaining. Unfortunately, no new mastered cards, so the 7 shown here still all need to be mastered. On the left, I am featuring Shard Soul Carver, my big minion this time. I really like having minions with Incant or Inspire abilities, and my Shard Soul Carver had 3 such abilities. I'm also showing Perfect Insanity, which may be my favorite spell in the game. Even though it is rare, I've brought it into 64 battles. For artifacts, I have Split Anvil, an amazing artifact if you have a variety of spell costs, especially X-Cost cards. It also gets stronger the more cards you draw, and this run was a good one to show off this artifact's power. Tethys' Scales helped me increase my spell damage, and it reaches my 10 battle threshold. In episode 100, I said I wanted to get each of the clan artifacts to 10 battles, and at that time I had 9 that still hadn't hit the goal. This, along with Resin Block, have now been checked off that shortlist. Check out my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.